Hey, how we all doing today? This is Lab Rat MMA, and sorry for the noise in the back, but I thought I'd make a video just talking about a harsh truth to understand about backfoot fighting. A harsh truth that I want everyone to understand. That truth is there is nothing you can do to stop someone from throwing at you in this game. There's nothing you can do to slow someone down. There's nothing you can do to make somebody stop block breaking you. At the end of the day, you either gain respect or you don't. And more into that, there are also the types of players who would rather get knocked out after getting countered 50 times while block breaking than reset and give you the respect that you might have earned. There are players that you straight up just cannot gain respect from. And that's a harsh truth to understand, but that's how it is. There are just people and players that you're not going to be able to get to respect you. Any video saying that you can slow an opponent down with straight punches or anything like that only has half of the truth. Half of the truth is yes, can you effectively counter somebody on the back foot? Yeah, that's true. But there's nothing you can do in this game to make someone respect you. Okay? And for anybody interested in fighting Backfoot, know that. Okay? If I have somebody who's slip chaining, throwing 100-piece combinations and etc. I can work the body, I can get stamina, but in order for me to be effective, I will most likely have to counter them 10 times over. Okay, and even when I do, there are players who will still sit in your face, right, and still want to throw. And the question is, what do I do about those players? I would say two things. Number one is get better at finishing sequences. That means when you get a rock, make sure it counts towards something. Okay? Make sure you're not getting your rocks and just resetting in the back the whole time. Just because you rock your opponent isn't time for you to dance around. Okay, I'm going to keep dancing here. No. When you get your rock, it's time for you to pressure and block break. Even if you're a back foot fighter, I suggest heavily that you return the favor. Okay? Even if you're up by a mile, you don't want to be on the back foot for the entire time, especially if your opponent is hurt. I understand cruising, I understand being scared of power, and I understand picks. But at the end of the day, if your opponent, if you're letting your opponent wail on you, okay, and to speak about this as well, this is another thing. You can only guess right so many times with head movement patterns. If you have somebody who's good enough at mixing up timing and punch patterns, there are only so many chances you're going to get to counter them, and a lot of the times, you're not going to get enough damage to gain that respect. So I make this video for you all to understand that in order to be a back foot fighter, okay, an effective back foot fighter against really good players, really good block breakers, slip chainers, all that, a lot of the times you do have to be the better man all around. You have to be perfect. You have to make sure you're countering the direction that they're slipping. You have to make sure that You're not wasting your stamina. You have to make sure you're slipping in the right directions. All these things. The biggest thing that I'll say is don't be scared of the pocket work. When you get in this area against the cage and you're trading right here, make sure that you can return fire. Okay? Because at the end of the day, this is one thing I want you all to understand and notice. Whether I'm here or whether I'm here, if he chooses to stand in my face, it's equal. And I say it's equal because if we're standing toe to toe, I'm not retreating and we're trading in the pocket, mixing in feints, head movement. I should treat it no different here than I do here. Or if you're really good, than I do here. Anything farther, I can't move my head backwards. What's the problem with being here? Obviously, I can't reset. From here, I can't back up and reset. So if you're going to put yourself here, make sure that you're in a position of advantage. Okay, a position to where you're willing to take damage and understand how to dish it back. More into this. Okay? Make sure when you're on this back foot, you're not overdoing your head movement counters. Once you start block slip, block slip, block slip, once you start getting into that, that's when you get broken down and get block broken. I have a video on timing interruptions that you need to watch. Okay? Timing interruptions. Mix between interruptions and slip, back step, and pull counters. Use both of these interlinked and you will have a great time, trust me. If you only use slip counters, you will lose. There's no way to only be able to slip count. You have to mix in your interruptions in the pocket. So just to go over the basis of this video and this understanding. If you're someone who wants to get better at backfoot fighting, understand, like I said before, you cannot make someone respect your striking on the back foot. As much as somebody says, oh, hit the body a couple of times, there's nothing you can do in this game. And a lot of the times, you can't do enough damage to get the knockout off of 3 counters, 1 counter, 2 counters. You have to consistently counter them. And then in a balanced way so that you don't gas out or overextend. Okay? You cannot force respect. That's the truth about it. And that's everything that I need to say about this video.